Hey, everybody. Happy, what is it? Tuesday. Look, on a Tuesday. We're doing our recap for the season finale of Married to Medicine, season 11. I thought it was a good season to me. Maybe I'm just ratchet. Really? But I thought it was a good season. I've heard some people complain. So they got a little bit too dark or it was too messy. But I think, we were entertained anyways. It wasn't never really just too dull. Put a little chapstick on or lip balm. But I thought it was a pretty good season. I mean, but I heard some people, complain. And I thought the episode was great. I really did. I thought it was funny, some of the things of how the people were dressed or whatever. Let me move this thing so we can see Quad's face. Let's see here. Well, I can't figure out how to move it. But anyways, I thought it was funny. I liked the way Toya had everything all put together. And they Dr. Heavenly said, that Toya talked about that $25,000 budget on there. Dr. Heavenly said that she asked the ladies to help pay for that. Toya. Yeah, they chipped in to pay. But I thought it was a nice event. I like how the season started out and they kind of gave us a review and they kind of gave us that Bridgerton feel. It really was, but Lady Whistledown, whoever does the thing on Bridgerton, which Lord have mercy, Sweet Tea tried to emulate with her pamphlet. We'll get to it. So we'll go back. We'll stroll down memory lane a little bit ourselves too. And we'll go back how the season got started. Remember, we started out with the Whitnick. And we had, let's see here. Here's some scenes from the Whitnick. So we got Toya, Phaedra. You see Dr. Simone back there. Who we got here? That's Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott. Then we have, what's this here? I can't really see this stuff, so till I make it big. Oh, this is when they were trying to plan the next. Well, was that the next event? Well, that's the next big event. The down there at the Dude Ranch. Remember where Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly had a big falling out. We also had what's one of the other events. We had Quad having her birthday party, and that's when she introduced her man. So, we had some moments, but so when they did the Dude Ranch, we had here are the looks from the bar. Dr. Heavenly said they trauma bonded. That's why they became friends. And then we have all the booty everywhere. That's Phaedra, honey. And then we have Sweet Tea showing the women how to do a line dance. Then we have the photo shoot. We have Dr. Simone. We have Toya and Phaedra. And then we had to get down with the get down. Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly, honey. That was a blow up there. But then another picture from the photo shoot. Dr. Contessa and Dr. Jackie. Then we also had another event. Lord have mercy. I don't know if this is any kind of order, but I think I'd have moved them around. But we had the infamous baby shower for Stormy. Remember that? That's Toya want to introduce her baby, honey. And so then we also had the speed dating that Sweet Tea did. That's her and Dr. Mimi. And remember the look on I think that's Ashton's face when he said that baby was ugly. So then we also have at the baby shower, Dr. Contessa serving it, honey. Yes, she's serving it. So when we get to Key West, honey, that's where the other stuff pop off. And we got Quad here with this wig slipping and sliding all over her head. She's like, I'm what you want to be. I'm what you want to be. I called her the drunk auntie. She gave us a show that night. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She gave us a show. She said, oh, you want to come over here messing with me? Bring your wife. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give the people something to talk about. I'm going to give the people something to talk about. So, it starts off, they're doing going down memory lane. And, the lady with the English voice and everything, talking about all the things that had happened during the season. So then we start out with Toya meeting the planners for the event. So the ladies come there. And, some people say, oh, the ladies was hot. Toya, turn your air on. I think that lady was hot flashing because she came in fanning doing this. So either you came in a car that didn't have air on, but to me, she looked like she's a woman of a certain age, my age. I haven't went through menopause yet, and I'm 52. And she was fanning, honey. So she was hot. So then, they're sitting there discussing the things. And, Toya was talking about how all these things she wanted. She wanted the pig with the apple in the mouth. Now, I wonder whoever ate that pig with the apple in the mouth. I like pig, but I can't eat it that way. I remember we had a family reunion like that. Oh, no. Take that thing back there and cut it up so I don't have to see it in full form like that. So she wanted the pig. She wanted some red lobster biscuits. And she said, I don't want the budget to go over $25,000. Remember, I just said, and Dr. Heavenly said yesterday that Toya wanted the women to help pay for this event. And they all chipped in. Now, I don't know how much they had to pay, but she wanted some of the women to have paid. So maybe it went over $25,000, and maybe she wanted them to pay for their own, horse and carriages and stuff like that. I don't know. Or maybe she wanted it for a gift for their anniversary. Who knows? So as we get away from the Toya's house, we go over and we see Dr. G and Sweet Tea. They're going out, looks like, for lunch or maybe an early dinner. And they're discussing the group. And they're talking about basically they're the only one that's trying. And the group is icing her out because of the decisions that her husband made. And it's not fair. But she ain't about to beg them to be in their group. And he was like, maybe it's time for us to, take time away from the group. And let me make sure I got all that. Take time to be away from the group. So then they were discussing whether they was going to go, whether they were going to attend Toya's party, And then he was saying about the charges or something. Because I done watched this episode a couple times, but every time I watch it, I watch it, I'm doing something, I'm watching doing something. So I ain't hearing everything that's said or whatever. So I be trying to write stuff down, but whatever. I've heard Dr. Heavenly said somewhere in there that they said that there wasn't no charges or what. I don't know. But anyways, however that went, is what it went. Whether he went to file a police report to attempt to do charges on King or not. I don't know. So then we have Toya doing a walkthrough at the event. So she's going through looking at everything, and you get a chance to see that pig with the apple in his mouth, and they're talking about things there. So we see Dr. Jackie and Curtis getting dressed. And I'm gonna tell you this. Dr. Jackie, she is high fashion, honey. Because she had them blue, I want to say blue suede shoes. I don't know if they were suede. I can't remember, but they were blue Tom Ford. I know that. And I'm like, she wearing blue Tom Ford while her Sweet Tea is wearing the Monica Special. And I got her picture up there. How about shoes, honey? I said, them the same shoes in the confessional. Well, so, Dr. Jackie and Curtis, they're getting ready. And, she's helping him put the suspenders on and all that. And then so you see Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Daddy, aka Damon, they're practicing the dance because I guess they probably ain't practicing no more. So she's trying to figure it out before they get there. They're going to fake it till they make it. And we see Dr. Contessa and Scott. And Scott's trying on clothes. He tried on the purple outfit first. And then he puts on a white one. And he got this wig. And it looks like it's made of plastic almost. I don't know what kind of hair that is. But it almost looks like a bat in the front. I don't know. But she was going to get up out of the seat where the lady is fixing her hair and sacrifice her head to help him out. So then we go on over to Toya and Eugene. Or Toya and Dr. Eugene, rather. And they're talking about his toe and what happened with his toe. He out there trying to help the tow man, the tow truck man, and then he ended up helping himself breaking his toe. Stay out the way, Dr. Eugene. You are a doctor. You are not a tow truck driver. Leave that junk alone. Let the man do his own job. So then, Toya is all excited about it. She said, I kind of felt like I was back in that time and this and that and the other. It's like, Queen Charlotte wasn't black. Eugene. I've seen places where it said that she was had more blood. So I think she had some kind of black. You can tell in some of the pictures that are depicted of her that she looks mulatto looking. So, I bet you we come 200 years from now, what color they going to say Meghan Markle was? Is that name Meghan Markle? You know what we're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, look, I got my notes written down in the composition book. So they also talk about whether or not Sweet Tea and Dr. G is coming because she invited her and let her know that she could come. They had stipulations on what time she could come, though. They only get a chance to stay 1 hour, and they're only there from 8 to 9. Because at 9 o'clock, her chariot becomes a pumpkin. So they're discussing that and how she wants her to come, but she had an RSVP, and the only people had RSVP out of them two was Quad and King. So King and Quad are coming, and they have from 9:01 until. Okay, so we flash on over to King and Quad getting ready. So, he's in there steaming his clothes. He over there messing with her while she's getting her hair put in and done. And they're talking about what went down between him and Dr. G and about Dr. G basically starting to fight, but then couldn't finish it. He's talking big man shit. I thought he was trying to son King, rather. Oh, I forgot to say. Sweet Tea, while they were let me back up. When Sweet Tea and Dr. G was at their lunch/dinner or whatever it was, she gonna say, yes, my king, because he was saying something about her. There, she was sitting up on a chair. I'm short. So when you go out to dinner and they have those chairs, almost like high chairs, and he said, you sit up high because you're my queen or whatever, high up to the heavens. She said, and you're my king, the only king I know. So, it's a little jab at King, Kurt King, rather, the king. that Kang. So let's go back over to Kings and Quads and King. So they're talking about the almost charges and how this all came to be. And basically, King said, we could have just talked this out, and basically own our parts in this almost fight and, move past it, be adults. So that was that. So we're at the ball, and it's called the Georgerton Ball. We got Dr. Simone there, and I'm going to tell you what, Dr. Simone looks fabulous. I don't care if Toya says she's in a quinceañera dress. Dr. Simone looks good. Hair, face, dress, she looks pretty. She looks like the belle of the ball or the quinceañera. So then we have all of the people starting to come in. Dr. Mimi, she looks pretty. She looks like a little girl. And Steve said he feel like Django. He got his chest all out and everything. He feeling good about himself. So when we see Dr. Simone talks to Dr. Eugene, and he's there. And he has on that the shoe for when you have the toe broken. Because my dad, he got one of those kind of shoes like that now, but he had his toe amputated. Well, so basically, she's talking. Dr. Eugene looks nice too. I mean, they all look good. And so they were wondering when Sweet Tea would get there. Because it's cocktail hour. And you're only here for an hour. So when are they coming? And say you see them step down, honey. Let me see. Let me pull up my pictures now. Lord, did I not even pull the pictures? See, I'm just messing around. Did I switch them? I don't even think, Lord. Well, some of these pictures I put in with my phone. I don't know. But anyways, so I don't know, like all my earlier pictures are not there. But anyways, so Sweet Tea and Dr. G, they arrive. And Dr. G comes in. He looks like he's a part of the how could I say? George Washington or something. He's with that crew, He got the white wig on, and Sweet Tea says she had to use some Got to Be Real on his head. So as they get there, and they're talking, and Sweet Tea says she comes to spill a little tea. And this is from, I don't know, Duchess or Lady or whoever, Truella. So she gets to talking about, she talks about Quad and her new man, and how everybody's obsessing over them, and how Curtis had his hands around Dr. Heavenly's waist in that picture, which we noticed that in the summer when they posted the picture. Somebody else noticed it on something. But I think they were in Africa at the time, Ghana or somewhere. They were there because Dr. Jackie and Curtis have adopted children from over there. They're grown men now, but they do work over there for that village. So that's why, and so it was Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Damon, and Dr. Jackie and Curtis. They all took this trip. I think it was last summer, maybe late spring, early summer, something like that. So yeah, it was before they started filming again. So then they have and I am so mad at myself because I had all these pictures in my, where did I put them at? Well, I guess they went somewhere, honey. I thought I uploaded them all to here somewhere, but maybe not. Who knows? When you call yourself being ready for something, it don't never work out. But anyhow, I got some pictures from there, and some pictures are, I guess they still on my phone on there. You see how they be playing me over here. But anyways, so we have, let me pull up Toya. So you have Toya and Dr. Eugene. Look, they're just looking the part. She's the old Charlotte, Queen Charlotte. And we have Dr. Heavenly and Damon, Dr. Damon, as the she's the Queen Charlotte, the younger one. Who do we have? Dr. Jackie. That's how she arrived. We have Quad and King. And then we have Quad, Dr. Simone, and Dr. Jackie. So if you can see in the background pictures, I do have the ones with Dr. Katessa and Toya and Dr. Mimi. I'm so mad at myself because I don't even see where the pictures are. I bet you when I get to do another live, then I'll be able to see them, which is weird. So, that's their look for the event. And so they're all there at the cocktail hour. And Sweet Tea busts out her lady whistle down like pamphlet. Calls herself Lady Truella, Duchess Truella, or whoever the heck. And she talks about all of them. And then, because she said, Dr. Heavenly, she's like messy or something about her voice and this, that, and that. I don't know. And we ended up with Curtis having his hand on her waist, which, insinuating how much Curtis is messing around. And Dr. Heavenly messy and everybody business, but not telling what's going on in her marriage and all that. Well, anyways, the women says, they turned up and said, "You wrote this?" They go, "It's trash." They teared up and said it's trash. And Sweet Tea is like, see, the truth hurts. And I can see those witches melting and something to that sort. So she's there, and Dr. Simone did ask, I don't know if it was before or after. She said, "Sweet Tea, where y'all leaving?" Dr. Simone messy. So, but Dr. Contessa and Sweet Tea are talking. And, like, it's a shame you have to leave. Do you want to really go? You don't have to go. You can stay. You can stay. Go. Say you want to stay. So Dr. G lets the guys know, I'm going to let you guys, instead of me pressing charges on all that, I'm going to let the group handle it. Because you see, this shit is not going the way that they would like it to go. Because he thought that, hey, I'm going to make up such a big fuss and go to upper management or whoever at Universal or whoever at Bravo. Let them know this man did this and I don't feel safe. So I don't want him around me. And we're not going to, I don't want him to film with me or whatever, And so to keep King from filming. But the group has made a decision. So, so Toya, she's talking with Dr. Simone and everything. And they walk over, and, let T know, the time is up. Your carriage about to turn into a pumpkin. Y'all got to bounce. Sweet Tea's like, I don't want to leave. I can stay. No, Dr. Simone said, Heavily and Quiet are on their way. You're not going to want to be around them. So he said, besides, y'all the one who, y'all created this. So you got to go. So Dr. G comes over and say, yeah, time heals all wounds. And we're going to graciously go and help, time heals things or whatever. Yeah. Graciously bounce to the left. So they had to go. Sweet Tea, they're walking out and everything. So then they're talking because this is the end of the season. This is the season finale. So she goes to talk about all the things she learned from being around the women, and I guess how this group has helped her improve herself or whatever, maybe speak up for herself. I don't know what all she said, but it helped her. And so it goes back, it does all these flashbacks from last season and this season, and with her calling, telling Dr. Jackie, fuck you, and then calling Dr. Heavenly, you razorback bitch, whatever she said to her on that sandbar. So the one thing is that once Dr. Dr. G said he was willing to talk with the let the men take over and everything, and then he would be willing to speak with King. King said he would be willing to speak, because when Dr. Heavenly them enters, and when they arrive rather, and Dr. Simone tells Quad and the men tells King that, hey, yeah, this is what went down while you guys went here, and Gregory would like to let the group handle it, and this, that, and the other. And King said, I will be willing. He said, I didn't have an issue with him. My issue was the disrespect he did. So he'd be willing to sit down, and converse. Well, I was like, I'm not interested, because she's already said while they were getting dressed that she don't want to never have to see the lunch first again. I'm not interested. So Toya was like, well, this will be good for you, the men. And she's like, you got to forgive. No, I can forgive, but I got to be around him. She said, no, just imagine you were in my place. Try being in my shoes. Would you want to be in this? But Dr. Simone said, well, we're going back to being a fractured group. The group was fractured. So, but before they had these conversations, they all enter. I don't know if it's before or after. When they enter the main area, I think it's after. They enter the main area before they had these conversations. So when they go into the main area, they come down this nice garden stairwell where there's flowers on it. It's really pretty in there. Some people kept saying, oh, they ain't $25,000. I believe so. They have, they're not showing us everything, but when I go on Instagram, I can see, like, you see the different ballerinas. Toya had some little boy walking around there, handed out different, like they did, like delivering like papers or little stationaries with things on it or whatever, for the people to read. But I mean, the way they had it set up, it was really nice. And then I love the speaker they had. They said the speaker name was Felicia Shay. I might look for her on Instagram right quick and let you guys see what she had posted, because it was really nice. But anyways, Toya had all the fixings, everything, but like I said, she had the ladies help pay for that, but I thought it looks very good. Okay, we're going to share screen here because I found some of the stuff that she posted. Let's go back here. So the lady, I guess she's a person big on social media and does a lot of accents or whatever. But she did a very good job. I mean, made me really felt like I was at Bridgerton, and did an awesome job. But her name is Felicia Shay. So here's the picture with her and Toya. I'm not sharing screen. Yes, so let's hear her and Toya together. And so that's the girl who did the actual introducing everyone. Let me see if I can find. Is this a video? Okay, here we let it go.
Debut on the season finale of Married to Medicine, only on Bravo. Are you not excited? This will be the event of the London season. Atlanta, Georgia has never been a buzz as it will be. My darling, you cannot miss it. And I want to simply say this. I'm gonna bring out that southern white woman right now, because a lot of y'all that follow me, y'all been saying stuff like, "Why ain't you on TV yet? You need to be on deadgum TV." Well, now's your deadgum time to support. Okay, I expect y'all to be tuned the heck in. Okay,
and that's Felicia. Was it Felicia D. Shay? But she had posted the video. I don't know if it was on her page. Okay, yeah.
It is my great and esteemed honor to present to you the Royal Court of Atlanta.
These goddamn steps, who put these here?
So, I thought she did an awesome job, but I was looking for the pictures that I actually liked. And maybe it's on a reel. Hold on, let's see. Is this the reel? Because she did a reel. No, that's not it. She did one she took pictures with everyone. And they were dancing. And when she went to go and take a picture with Dr. Damon, she said, "Oh, let me get let me make sure I get you in here." And it was her and Dr. Heavenly also. But they had a good time. It was a for real party. And they enjoyed themselves. I would say that. It looked like a very nice party. And I can see why Sweet Tea did not want to leave. I can see why, because like they was about to turn up, because honey, they went from waltzing, or waltzing, or however you want to pronounce it, to throwing it in a circle, honey. And they had Dr. Dr. Simone and Dr. Simone, and what's his name? Cecil. I'm tired. Yeah, excuse me. Dr. Simone and Cecil, they was doing the butt. Backing it up. Cecil and Dr. Heavenly even danced together. I mean, they had an all around good time. And then Dr. Eugene, he gives a very nice speech on how he met Toya 18 years ago that day. Or either started dating, well, it was 18 years ago that day, whatever it was. They either started dating or he first met her somewhere in Michigan. And because he just knew he was going to go down to Atlanta and be able to sow his royal oats. But he met her first. He said that's the girl for him. And so they've been married 16 years. I mean, he gave a Eugene, Toya got a good man. She got a good man, Savannah. Eugene's a good, for all purposes of what we see, he looks to be a very good man. He seems to be a very nice man, intelligent black man, hardworking man, good dad, from what we see on TV. So great. Then, so all the other stuff that's been going on, all the foolishness that's been going on social media this week. Sweet Tea is, I guess, calling herself airing everything out. And I'm like, girl, if you don't go somewhere with this foolishness, she's airing it out and letting the folks know who did what, who said what. Or that her and what's her name? Her and Dr. Mimi wasn't really friends. They were asked to like introduced them on the show as their friend. So she's telling all the production business. I guess Sweet Tea knows she ain't coming back. Is that what is going on? So she's called herself telling all of them, you know. She didn't even made a video of with a lady whistle down like thing. If you go over to her Instagram page, is over there. Because she called herself gonna let y'all know, because she's trying to out heavenly Dr. Heavenly. Yeah, I guess she's trying to out heavenly her. So she gonna get her social media going. Go ahead, Sweet Tea. I thought the season was good. This episode to me was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the 3-part reunion. Some people are saying that there's like people are going around saying that there's going to be a cast shakeup, or they may go on pause. I don't know. Who knows? I really think that I thought Sweet Tea brought eyes to the show because we was here for the drama, but I don't think she's cut out for this type of work. I mean, it might be, you know, it's a cute little, you know, she used to regular money like we all are. So to really not do anything, get regular money, but she hold on and she can get called back next year. She can get some decent money, you know, their kind of money. So I don't know. I think she might. I don't know if she would come back, if they would offer her to come back. But it just seems like right before the reunion on her YouTube, she just seemed very down and depressed. And so then we also have Toya out there talking, saying, you know, Sweet Tea was basically an ass all season long. She was getting very aggressive with the women. So them women is too old for her to be trying to push on them and stuff. Because, you know, she in her young 30s, young to mid 30s. So she's either somewhere around 33 or 34. And she pushing on Simone, Dr. Simone, and she pushed Toya. Supposedly pushed Cecil too, when she gets upset and have these fits. And I don't know. Some people were saying, well, why don't they show this? Some people had thought that maybe because she had a government job and some things they just didn't want to air. Maybe thinking that maybe she might, you know, have an issue with her job. But I don't know. They show everything Dr. Heavenly damn do. So I wish they would have shown some of the things that she did, because they have a lot of people out here feeling sorry for Sweet Tea. And it seems like she comes for the smoke. Just like she didn't, when they had the medical thing going on, and she came there with a t-shirt made up, was supposed to be a picture of Dr. Heavenly on there with a drill in her hand, and it's called Dennis the Menace. Dr. Contessa told her, you know, hey, this is not cool, and they didn't show it. But her and her friends, because Dr. Heavenly called her and her, what she call her friends? Well, her and her little friends wore them. And, but they didn't show it. So Dr. Heavenly said when somebody took a picture of it and sent it to her, she thought it was funny. You know, she's like, does this really look like me? But then you see how she pulled this with this lady whistle down newsletter that trying to spill some tea. Honey, that tea was lukewarm, honey. You should have had some salacious stuff in there. Like you should have found the mixed kids of Dr. Damon's. Really? You should have that baby mama in there. You should have had some salacious stuff. You should have had some dirt on King, some dirt on Quad, or something. You know, if you're going to go like that, you might as well You know, if you going to hell, you might as well go to hell fast. And I would have did that. Other than that, I just would have did it, you know. So, but you know, Sweet Tea, she's trying to, you know, pull one and, you know, gives the people something to talk about. But they said it's trash. And they tore it up. And then she got put out. Not really put out, but timed out or whatever. She had to leave because, honey, that carriage was going to turn into a pumpkin. So you see, and then, I don't know, poor Sweet Tea. I just think that as far as this friend group, she's not really suited for it because, like I said, she's in her young 30s. She don't have nothing in common with these women, really. They've been there, done that age. And I can see even if she was probably in the medical profession and not just being a military medic, girl. Come on now. And I can talk like that because I was in the military. Preventive medicine was my MOS. Then I had to become a truck driver, honey. But, you know, enough about me and my Article 15s and everything. But I went in 1990. So I just don't feel like she's a great fit for this group. I mean, but unless they're gonna bring on like Audra back, or you know, some more younger people that you know she could hang with outside of really just having to hang with Quad. I don't think really Quad has an issue with her. Quad issue is Dr. G. Dr. G only came back to torment Quad. That's why he got married on the show. And then he couldn't take him when she was talking shit, talking about how many times she was getting her back blown out. 15 times a week. Girl, ain't no way in the hell. No. Not 15 times a week, girl. My hips would be hurting and everything else. I could not. No. I ain't like them other bitches either. Like Paige was saying. I ain't like them bitches, but I know 15 times a week. Lord Quad. She said, and sometimes more. She was talking big shit. That was, I swear to goodness, it was kind of cringy at first, but then I was like, shit. She was like, I'm gonna give him a show. You could tell she was drunk. I mean, I really liked it. I did. I really did. And you can see Dr. G back there getting angry. But I'm like, what did you think? You think she was going to be single forever and not have a man on the show? Because the questions weren't that messy. I don't know. But like they all said, don't bring no exes around me. So, you know, Quiet had to show him, honey. She said, I'm going to give the people something to talk about. Because you come over here on my show playing with me. And he just took it all out on Sweet Tea. Then we seen how Dr. G act behind closed door. Look, we just heard it. We heard it, and people talking about, oh, he probably ain't gonna hit her because you know she got that military training. What did he tell her? You still a woman. She said she ain't never been in a fight, so I believe that. Dr. G too old to be fucking fighting somebody. I would imagine. You know, them days is, I mean, I hope not, shoot. But anyways, I hope not, but he do seem like he little girl her a lot, you know. If we're married, we're supposed to be equal. And you're not gonna talk to me like I'm beneath you. No, we're partners, and that's the way I wanted to, you know, represent. I don't care what the age is. And I think because of the age difference with them, because to me, they don't look too far in age. He may look a little younger and she may look a little older because they don't look like father and daughter to me. If I was to see them in public, I wouldn't be like, oh, no. I wouldn't even be tripping. I don't know how old she is, but I probably would have never thought, because Sweet Tea is like really maybe a year older than my daughter, and they don't look the same age at all. I mean, I don't know. Not that Sweet Tea, she just looks older, just like I think the lady on Roa wasn't Oakley. Angela Oakley, I thought was every bit of Cynthia in my age, or maybe just at least my age, 52. I didn't think she was 41 or something like that. I'm like, what? Maybe because her husband is older too, because he's like almost 20 years older than her, I think. But I don't know. Some people just have a more mature look, and that's what I would say. That because I would have never thought that Angela Oakley was younger than Portia or Shamia. I wouldn't have thought that. But as I say, this was a good season to me. I didn't have no issues with it, other than we got the drama. We even got the little tear jerkers when we seen Dr. Damon with his kids, and then, Toya kids, putting their daddy on blast. I thought, as a whole, to me, the season was pretty good. Maybe because I'm 52. So it was entertaining to me. Every episode don't have to be crazy, but it did get real crazy with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa. But I think the craziest part is probably the men, which they never had before. And then, it had all kind of junk going on. They had Apollo there. But forgot it. Did I even say it? They asked Phaedra to come back, to come to Toya's thing. The three of them went. It was Dr. Simone, Contessa, and Sweet Tea went to go beg her to come over there to the Toya's party. So she was still on that last scene too. So I was wondering, do y'all think that Phaedra maybe did a video or a Zoom to the reunion like Miss Hugert, Karen? Do you think that could have happened? I mean, because God dog. So that way she could say whatever she wanted to say. Because I know when they were filming, she was in New York. Now, what she was doing there, she might have had other business to tend to, but she was definitely in New York at the same time. Because I just knew she was going to be there. Because the only person I was thinking that probably wasn't going to come there is Sweet Tea. Because she looking like she was about to have a nervous breakdown, looking so sad, like it was doomsday for her. But like I had said previously in another live, Dr. Heavenly had said that production told her to don't say nothing, leave Sweet Tea alone. Because Sweet Tea was at a point of breaking, and she said she was going to leave. Because I think those girls was going to come for Sweet Tea because of the stuff she was saying on her YouTube, and plus the stuff that she was doing that never was shown. And I hope during the reunion they kind of pull some of that stuff up, because you see, as even when Toya was speaking with the two guys from something T or whatever, when she talked about the fillers and Botox from the women on Roa, she also talked about Sweet Tea being an idiot and pushing and fighting people. Dr. Heavenly had said it too. So who knows why they were going to go after Sweet Tea, but they said Dr. Heavenly said she'd be talking cash shit. So she was going to come for her, but she was told not to, not to ruffle Sweet Tea's feathers too so much. So that is that. Like I said, I thought the episode was good. And I thank you all for coming and listening to my ass, honey. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I'm sleepy. But I want to try to do more lives regularly, but it'd be just hard for me to try to do this. I'm not lying, because I'm the kind of person, I'll watch the show, but a lot of times, when you watching stuff and you be scrolling on your phone doing other stuff, Then I'm doing this over here. Then with my dad being in the hospital, I have to go and do stuff there because I'm the one who take care of all of his affairs. So, but that's it. That's all I have. You guys have a great evening. Let me know in the comments if you thought the episode was good. Let me know if you think that, do you think the show may be going on pause? I don't see why. I mean, I think Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, all the Golden Girls will probably still be there. I just don't know if Sweet Tea will be back. But shoot, hell, they might could do a reboot, I don't know. Don't give me damn line, because they still gonna need some drama. They're gonna need somebody to bring the drama. So I don't know. Like I said, Sweet Tea was probably there good for ratings. But there's that. So my time is up. You guys have a blessed evening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comments. Please give me a like so I can get a better algorithm going. And you guys have a great evening. Thank you. Good night.